Hello, everyone, and welcome to our show today. We're going to be taking a look at skills for success.
That's right.
This is a really interesting framework that's outlined by the Government of Canada.
Yes.
And you know what, I was thinking about this as I was reading through the material,
Mm-hmm.
is that regardless of where you are in life, whether you're thinking about changing careers
Right.
or maybe becoming more active in your community or just even looking to grow personally,
Mm-hmm.
understanding these skills, I think, could be really, really key. And actually, I found myself surprised by a couple of things
Okay.
as I was reading through it. So I'm actually really curious to dive into this with you.
Yeah, I think these skills can help everyone with so many things. That can help you learn better,
Yeah.
work better, and just live better.
Yeah, and the Canadian government actually points out that these 9 skills for success are important for everyone.
Yes.
You know, workers, employers, people who provide training,
Right.
governments, and communities. So it seems like they've really thought about everyone.
Yes,
They
it
put
is.
this material together. And so what we thought we'd do today is actually just go through each of these 9 skills
Okay.
and kind of unpack them a little bit. But before we do that, maybe we should just start with adaptability.
Okay, so adaptability means to change your plans and your actions
Yeah,
when things change. And things can change in ways you expect or in ways that you don't expect.
right.
So it involves making plans, staying focused, not stopping, and learning from mistakes.
So it's not just about being flexible. It's also about sort of having that kind of drive
Yeah.
to sort of push through even when things are unexpected or challenging.
Exactly.
So for example, let's say sometimes the time that you need to finish your work changes,
All right.
or sometimes you need to learn a new computer program,
Yes.
or maybe people give you feedback on your work and you need to change what you're doing.
Exactly.
So adaptability can really help you with all of those things.
Yes. And today, things change really fast. The world is changing how we work and how we live and how we learn. Being adaptable can help you to not worry, to be happy, and to learn new things.
I think we can all relate to that. So let's move on to the next skill, collaboration. What does that mean?
Collaboration means to work with other people to do something. It means to share your skills and help other people on a team.
Like working on a project at work
Yes.
with a group of other people and everyone understands what the project is
Right.
and what their part is to make it successful.
Yes, that's a good example. Today, people work with people from many different countries and cultures.
Mm-hmm.
So collaboration is very important. You need to work well with people from all different backgrounds.
I like that. It's kind of like we're all working on one big team project, right? The whole world.
Yes, in some ways it is. And if you're good at collaborating, you can make friends at work and in your life.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Of us.
Okay, so our next skill that we want to talk about is communication.
Okay.
Now, that might seem like a really simple concept.
It might, but good communication means more than just talking. It also means to listen carefully to other people. It means to understand what they think
Yeah.
and be able to tell them what you think. You need to be clear and you need to treat people well.
So communication's like 2 sides of the same coin.
Right.
There's the talking and then there's the listening
Yes.
and understanding and making sure that you're on the same page.
Exact.
So whether you're giving someone directions or you're helping a customer
Mm-hmm.
or you're sharing ideas with your colleagues at work,
Right.
it's important to communicate clearly,
Yes, it is.
to work well with people and understand different ideas.
Yes, that's a good point. Good communication is very important for teamwork, solving problems, and understanding our world.
Yeah, and we were talking about collaboration.
Uh-huh.
You can't really have good collaboration without good communication.
Yes, you are right.
So they really go hand in hand. Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit and talk about creativity and innovation. Now, this is a little bit more, I guess, complex of a concept maybe than something like communication.
That's true. Creativity and innovation mean to think of new ideas. It means to question old ways of doing things and to use new ideas in new ways.
Right.
It means to think differently and to find new ways to do things.
So being original and coming up with new and better solutions to problems or
Yes.
ways of doing things.
And it's not just about thinking of crazy ideas.
Right.
It's also about using those ideas in good ways that help your work or your life.
And I can see how in today's world, where things are changing so rapidly,
Yes.
that this is probably a skill that's in higher demand than ever.
Yes, you are right. Companies want people who can solve problems in creative ways. This is very important when you work with many different people and when things change a lot.
So if you have a team
Yes.
that has people who can think creatively, outside the box, come up with new solutions to problems,
Right.
That's a big asset.
Exactly. It's about making a culture where people think of new ideas and do things differently. Now, let's talk about digital skills. This is a very important skill today.
I was going to say that's one where I think
Yes.
most people would immediately recognize the importance.
Yeah, digital skills mean to use computers and other digital tools well. This means finding information online, using different computer programs, and talking and working with people online.
So it's more than just knowing how to turn on a computer or
Sure.
use basic programs, but really knowing how to navigate the digital landscape.
Exactly. Think about all the things we use computers for today. We use them to make lists of numbers and presentations. We use them to talk to people at work online. We use them to buy things online.
It's amazing. Yeah, we really do rely on
Yes.
technology in so many aspects of our lives.
Yes, and computers will be even more important in the future. If you are good at using computers, it will be easier to find a job and to do the things you need to do in life.
And I think the important thing to remember, too, is that computers and the various programs and tools are always changing.
Yeah.
So it's not just a matter of learning it once
Right.
and you're good. It's
Right.
really a matter of continuously learning.
Yes. Now let's talk about another important skill. Numeracy.
Now, when I hear the word numeracy, I kind of think back to like
Yeah.
math class in school.
Uh-huh.
But it's probably a lot more than that.
It is more than just doing math problems. It means that you understand numbers and information about math.
So being able to use math in your everyday life.
Yes. Think about using money, reading about numbers in the news, or understanding numbers at work. You need to be good with numbers for all of these things.
Yeah, I actually never thought about it like that, but you're absolutely right. We encounter numbers
Yes.
in so many areas of our lives.
Yes, you are right. And a lot of jobs need you to be good at math. This is true for jobs with money, health, computers, and building things.
Wow. So it sounds like it's really
Yes.
a skill that can apply to many different areas.
Yes, it is. And today we use a lot of data and numbers, so it is very helpful to be good with numbers.
Okay, now let's talk about problem solving. This is a skill that is useful in many parts of life.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we all encounter problems on a daily basis.
That's right. Problem solving means to know when there is a problem, to understand the problem, to think of solutions, and then to decide what to do.
So it's almost like a process. First, you're identifying the problem.
Yes.
Then you're figuring out why the problem exists.
Right.
Then you're brainstorming solutions, and then you're
That's
picking
true.
the best solution and implementing it.
Yes. To solve a problem well, you need to have information, think carefully, and learn from the things that happened before.
So you learn from past mistakes
Yes.
and hopefully avoid making the same mistake twice.
Exactly. At work and in your life, there are many problems. You might need to make a hard choice at work, fix a problem with a friend, or fix something that is broken.
So having those problem-solving skills can really help you navigate those tricky situations. Exactly. You need to think clearly about the problem, understand it, and then find a solution that fixes the problem. Okay, how about reading? That seems like a basic skill, but I think it is more than that.
I agree. Yeah, I was thinking as I was reading through this,
Yes.
it really is a lot more than just understanding words on a page.
You are right. Reading is more than just understanding words. It means to find information and understand it. It doesn't matter if the information is in words, pictures, or symbols.
So whether we're talking about a textbook or a graph
Yes.
or a sign on the street, it's all about
Exactly.
reading and interpreting that information.
Exactly. Think about reading emails, reports, news, instructions, or even signs. You need to be good at reading for all of these things.
Yeah. It's funny. We encounter reading
Yes.
in so many different areas of our lives, and
Yeah.
sometimes I think we take it for granted.
You are right. If you are good at reading, you can learn new things, know what is happening, and be safe at work.
It's really fundamental.
Yes, it is. And sometimes it can be hard to understand what you are reading. This is especially true if it is about something difficult or uses technical words. It is important to learn how to read and think carefully. Now, let's talk about the last skill on our list, writing.
Okay, so writing, we tend to think about that as something we learn in school, but I imagine it also has important applications in the workplace
Yes,
and just in our personal lives as well.
you are right. Writing means to share information using words, symbols, and pictures. It means to tell people your ideas in different ways.
So again, it's not just
Right.
pen and paper. It's
Yeah.
really anything
Yes.
where you're trying to express ideas.
Exactly. Think about writing emails, reports, messages on the internet, or filling out forms. You need to be good at writing for all of these things.
Yeah, and it's interesting how much writing has changed with the rise of the internet and social media and all of these.
It is important to change how you write based on why you are writing and who you are writing to.
So tailoring your writing to the specific audience and purpose.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if you are writing something important for work or writing to a friend. If you can write clearly, it is a good skill to have.
And like all skills, I imagine that writing is something that you can improve
Yes, you can.
over time.
Like all the skills we talked about today, writing is important for living in the world today.
Well, I think this has been a really fascinating overview of these 9 essential skills for success.
Yes, it has. Yes, it's a very important skill, and I think we covered a lot of ground today talking about these 9 essential skills for success.
Yeah, we did. It's fascinating to me to think about not only each skill individually, but how they all work together.
Yes, it was. And as we were going through this, I hope that you were thinking about how you use these skills in your own life.
Yeah, maybe even thinking
Yeah.
about, which ones do you excel at? Which ones maybe
Well,
could you use some improvement in?
yes, you are right. And these skills can work together too.
Oh, absolutely.
For example, if you're good at communicating, then you will probably be better at working with other people.
Yeah, and if you're good at adapting, you might be better at solving problems.
Yeah, exactly. So it's important to have all of these 9 skills to be successful in life.
Yeah, it's almost like they're tools in a toolbox,
Yeah,
right, that you can use
Yes, that's a good way to think about it.
to help you learn and work and just live your life.
And the Canadian government actually has some resources to help you learn these skills.
Oh, that's wonderful. Where can people find those resources?
You can find them on the Government of Canada website.
Okay.
They have tools and information to help you learn all 9 of these skills.
That's fantastic. For anyone who's interested in checking those out,
Yes.
we'll be sure to include a link to that website in the description of this episode.
Yes, that's a good idea. I think everyone should use those tools to learn these skills.
Yeah, it's really a lifelong process, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Of learning and growing and improving.
If we can learn these skills, it will help us to do all the things we need to do in the future.
As we're wrapping up here, I just want to leave everyone with one final thought to consider.
Okay.
And that is just to take a moment to reflect on your own skill set. Which of these skills do you feel that you're strongest in? And which ones maybe could you use some development in?
Those are great questions. Learning new skills is always a good thing to do. It will help you be successful, and it will help make the world a better place.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, I think it's all about just that desire to keep learning and growing.
Yes, you are right.
And so today we've been talking about skills for success, but there's so many other wonderful things to learn about in the world. And so we really hope that you'll join us again as we continue to explore some of those
Yes, we do.
interesting topics.
We want to help you learn. We're always learning new and interesting things, too. We hope you will join us.
Yeah, we're always on that journey of discovery, and we'd love for you to be a part of it.
We hope you will continue to learn and grow, and we hope you will be successful in everything you do.
It really is. And, as we wrap up our conversation today about skills for success,
Yes.
I just want to say again how much I appreciate you taking the time to walk us through all of this.
Yes, of course it was. It was my pleasure. It was
Yeah.
great to talk about these important skills with you today.
And I really hope that everyone listening has found this information to be helpful
Yes.
and maybe even spark some ideas for their own personal and professional development.
I hope so, too. And I think these skills can help people in so many different areas of their lives.
Absolutely. And don't forget, everyone, we mentioned that the Government of Canada has some fantastic resources available.
Yes.
If you want to delve a little deeper into any of these skills.
Yes, they do. And you can find the link to that website in the description.
Exactly. So be sure to check that out. And of course, if you enjoyed today's conversation, we hope that you'll subscribe to our show and join us again
Please do.
for more fascinating deep dives into all sorts of interesting topics.
Yes. We would love to have you back, and we hope you will continue to learn and grow.
Absolutely. And we wish you all the best in your journey of lifelong learning. Have a fantastic day.
Yes. Have a great day.